How's it going? Welcome into today's video. In this video, we're talking about some LEGO news. It's 11 LEGO idea sets that are slated to retire in 2026. Some of these sets are on the schedule to retire in July. Sometimes LEGO retires sets in the middle of the summer, and the rest of the sets on the list are scheduled for the end of 2026. But with that said, let's jump into the list. The first set on the list is the Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Tail. This set looks incredible, especially if you're into D&D, and even if you're not a fan of D&D itself, I think if you're a fan of the castle theme and how much we miss that theme in LEGO, this is the kind of set that can fill that void of medieval or castle LEGO sets. It's only been on shelves for about 2 years, so an extension on this set wouldn't surprise me. But with that said, I've talked to people who own it. They rave about this set and about the building experience, the techniques used. So again, if you want this one, don't assume it'll stick around. Keep an eye out for it. Maybe there'll be a deal. Maybe there'll be 2 times points with LEGO. Check out Barnes & Noble. Sometimes they have sales on a set like this, and I hope you get it if you want it. The next set on the list is the Jaws set, obviously from the movie Jaws, and this just feels like a quintessential LEGO ideas set. It's nostalgic, it's iconic, but from what I've seen online and just reading reviews and hearing people talk about it, it's a little bit divisive. Some LEGO builders say it's finicky, kind of falls apart, but others love the display presence. And I think if you're not gonna mess around with it and just leave it on a shelf, that's probably true. You can kind of take it apart and display it in different ways, so that makes sense to me. But with so many new LEGO idea sets coming this year and next year, we've seen a lot of reporting about what's to come. This one definitely feels at risk. I think it's gonna leave shelves. The next set is the Magic of Disney set, and this is a great set for serious and strong fans of Disney. It's more of a display and nostalgia piece rather than a build challenge. It's had a good run on shelves, but I think it makes sense for this to rotate out and make room for more. That's the 3 sets that are retiring in July, so now let's jump to the sets that are slated for the end of the year. The first set out of the ones retiring at the end of the year is the Grand Piano, and I think this is one of LEGO's most unique idea sets ever. It's not for everyone, but I think it's really special for the people who love this kind of thing and are into music or pianos, things like that. Overall, I think this set is good. I think the price is a little steep, but the price per piece comes in at just under 11 cents. So with that in mind, it kind of feels like a good deal, but for me, I'd have to be more into this kind of thing to pull the trigger on getting it. And moving on to the next set is the Starry Night set. I recently put out a short about these sets that are retiring, and in the comments, there was kind of an emotional attachment to this set. A lot of people got this set as gifts, wedding presents, or bought them as statement pieces to put on their wall at home, and it has a great price per piece at just over 7 cents per piece. And it's also really cool that we get a Vincent van Gogh minifig with this. I think that's really awesome. So if you've been trying to get this set, this year will probably be your last chance. Following up Starry Night, we have the Polaroid Camera, and this set seems to be pretty beloved even with its high price per piece. It comes in at 15 cents per piece, but lucky enough, you can find this at Target, Walmart, Amazon on sale all the time. But on shelves right now without a sale, it is $79.99 and has 516 pieces. So like I said, that price per piece is really high at 15 cents per piece. It really helps if you can find it on sale. I don't own this set, but I've talked to people who really enjoy it. It's not perfect, but it's charming, and I think it's very on the nose of LEGO ideas. Next on the list is the Nightmare Before Christmas set. I think it's really cool that this set made it through all the rounds of LEGO ideas. It comes from a really iconic movie. It's seasonal, so you can pull it out around the holidays. It's nostalgic. It's instantly recognizable. Fans of the movie will really love this set. If you don't already have it, but you're a fan of this movie, you will absolutely love this set. It's got a good price per piece, under 10 cents, which 10 cents is kind of the baseline that we kind of look at as like, is this good or bad? Anything under 10, I think, is usually pretty good. And this is just another example that LEGO ideas sets don't hang around forever. Even if this set is selling well, they've got to make room for more. Following up Nightmare Before Christmas is what seems like a big one. It's the Botanical Gardens. Like I said, I put out a short about these sets that are retiring, and the comments were overwhelmingly positive about the Botanical Gardens and how much people love it, how much they regret not buying it already, and how they don't have enough money in their bank account to get it before it's gone. I seriously underestimated how much people love this set, and the comments made that very clear. People were calling the set beautiful, calming, inspirational, and obviously display worthy. It seems like a lot of people want this set but are really struggling with that $329.99 price tag. Now with that price tag, there's 3,700 pieces, so the price per piece is actually really good at under 9 cents per piece. So that is really good. So I recommend keep an eye out for sales at Target. I see the set at Target all the time. Maybe look at Barnes & Noble or wait for 2 times, 3 times, 4 times points on the set this year before it's gone. But it sounds like this set going already is making a lot of people feel some pain. It hurts to see it go. Maybe it'll get extended, but let's not count on it. Next on the list is the evolution of STEM. Now, this set isn't flashy, but I think it's meaningful. I think it's important that LEGO made this set. Its educational value really resonated with a lot of people. I think it does a great job of honoring and celebrating these great scientists, Marie Curie, George Washington Carver, and Isaac Newton. And the build might not be massive, coming in at 871 pieces, but the price of $80 keeps the price per piece under 10 cents per piece. And if you can find this on sale, Target, Walmart, Amazon, like I say with so many of these sets, I think you can get a pretty good deal on it. So anyway, this set might be a little niche, but I think it's really cool that LEGO made it. And if it's something you want, keep an eye out for it before the end of the year. Coming down to our final 2 sets, we have the River Steamboat. And from what I'm hearing about this set, it's quite a favorite for people who have it. And I think some of us might be sleeping on it. It's really big, it's detailed, and it's a surprisingly enjoyable build. And with the price coming in at $349.99 and a little over 4,000 pieces, that keeps the price per piece under 9 cents per piece. So this set's been flying under the radar, but I think it's kind of a value king. I remember when this came out and I saw the price and I was like, really? $350 for that? But now taking a closer look and seeing the price per piece, this is pretty good. So even though the price is turning people away at face value, it seems like people who own this set really like it. And we're down to our last set, and this one is a little bit controversial. It's the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory set. This one is honestly kind of fascinating to me. Some people absolutely love the build, love the look. I don't have it, but one of my good friends built it and I checked it out when I was at his house and I think it looks great. The problem to me with this set is it's only 2,000 pieces. They didn't take a really big swing with this set. I mean, let's back up and look at Starry Night. Starry Night is $170 and has 300 more pieces than the Willy Wonka set, and the Willy Wonka set costs $220. So even though that still puts the price per piece on the Willy Wonka set under 11 cents, I think that's still a lot. It's hard to compare it to a set like Starry Night. Even though you get more minifigs with Willy Wonka, it's hard to compare those and feel good about it. It's just overpriced for what you get. And with that, the shelf life has been really short. This set just came out in September 2025. It's already been on sale at LEGO, which LEGO doesn't do a lot of sales. They do double points, triple points, quadruple points. You don't see a lot of sales. And around Black Friday, the Willy Wonka set went on sale, which is super unusual, especially that early in its lifespan. It seemed like when the set was announced, there was a lot of hype around it, but it must not be selling well because it's already retiring at the end of 2026. So this is a great example of how LEGO Ideas sets for LEGO can be risky. A lot of them do really well, but a set like this, I mean, even with the strong fan base that the movie has, it just didn't do very well, I think. So if you're a fan of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or maybe if you're an investor in LEGO, check this set out this year, see if you can add it to your collection. With it going so soon, it might go up in value next year. If you're an investor in LEGO, it could be a good one to look at. Maybe a few years down the road, it'll get a bump. People will miss it, people will want it, and it could be a good set to have at that point. Anyway, that's it for LEGO Ideas sets that are retiring at the end of this year. And just another reminder, these dates can change, but all of these sets at one point or another will retire. So if there's something on this list that you really want, I highly recommend keeping an eye out for it this year, really trying to get it, save up your money, work the extra shift, because I think we all deserve a little Lego set every once in a while, something we like, something we're excited about. So don't miss out on the one you want before it's gone. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video. I have one last question. Of this list, what is one set that you would absolutely regret missing out on? I think for me, being a medieval and a castle fan, mine would be D&D. Even though I'm not a big D&D fan, I think this set looks great, but like some of the other sets I mentioned, I just don't have a ton of space in my collection, and I have sets that I'd want to get before this one, like Bardur, the Shire, the rumored Minas Tirith that's supposed to be coming out this year. Just there's so many other sets that I'd rather spend the money on and make the space for than the D&D set, but I think I will regret missing out on this one if I don't get it this year. Anyway, thanks again. I'll see you in the next one.